Yo. So I'm here with.
Demetri Wiley, man. It's good to be here.
Yeah, good to be here. So where you from? Where you from?
I'm from the west side of Chicago, born and raised.
That's for sure. You go to high school out there? What high school you went to?
I went to George Westinghouse College Prep, second graduating class, 2014.
You play any sports?
I did. I played football. I hoop. A little bit of everything.
For sure. So as far as music, like, how did you get in the music industry?
It was actually a friend of mine who pushed me into it. He was actually making music, and it just kind of came to me. I don't write anything down. It's very organic, and they say what you do with the most ease is your God-given gift. So,
100%. What does that process look like? Not writing your music,
It's a lot of. I look crazy to most people. Like I could be sitting here talking to you, and I could stop a rhyme in my head, have a conversation with you, and continue on in my head. Like I was doing it working at a job, and then until I didn't have to anymore, which is great. But it's clever. It's creative. I could have wrote an album on the way here. Like it's fast. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome. Do you freestyle a lot? I'm guessing. Or?
I do. I've done a few radio interviews where they asked me to do it. It's always fun. The freestyling is always the fun part.
Yeah, for sure. So besides that, like, who are some people that you've worked with or kind of like to work with? Like, how does that process go with getting features? And
it's funny because I've actually started not too long ago, and I've been real selective in terms of who to work with. Mm-hmm. I think the music is really saturated these days, but I do have a few. I'd be looking to work with women more than I am so men these days, because I just think women create music with such emotion to it. I rap with such emotion in it, and create with such emotion. So it's debatable these days, but I got a few eyes on a few Chicago artists.
No, that's awesome. So obviously you just put out some new work. What's kind of in the works right now for you as far as studio time and different things?
I'm in and out every day. I live it, I sleep it, I breathe it. I just started a production company, Brick House Inn. I'm very honored to have my brothers a part of it with me. It's going good. We just shot our first actual production and finished on that not too long ago. The video for that is called I've Got You. It drops Saturday, actually.
Saturday, for sure.
It drops this Saturday, so I'm really excited.
100%. So as far as you're from Chicago, being in that demographic, how do you feel you can change that narrative, with your music and what you're doing?
The goal nowadays is to really bring like that first Kanye feel, that old Kanye feel, that Jesus Walks maybe. And I think it's gotten lost. So if I can be the bridge to bring it back to Chicago, I will be, because Chicago has a lot of eyes on it, whether it's the right reason or the wrong reason. But there's a lot of eyes on Chicago, so we'll see what happens.
For sure. And where do you see yourself, in like a year from now? Where do you see yourself?
The Grammys, I really don't put limitations to it. I just got like stupid goals. Like I want to hoop in a celebrity all-star game. I want to, give a walk-off speech. I want to do all of those things, but I really don't put a ceiling on it. I think the opportunity's endless, when you're working hard, and we'll see.
100%. So what's the hardest part of the industry, you'd say, working in the music industry? You're in production now, so maybe explain both sides of that.
I think the hardest part of being an artist is that for the first year and a half, I never went around saying I make music. Like, to meet anybody, whether it's a stranger or not, I never went around saying, oh, I make music, you should check it out. I said, if you hear it one day and you like it, then that'll work for me. And so many people, people come up to me in Target. I was at a restaurant, security stopped me. It was like, oh, I was playing your music yesterday. And I'm like, that's really fire. So everybody stopped me in Target for some reason. But it's appreciated, it's love. But the hardest part is knowing it's so saturated. So you can't go around saying I make music, because there's like a preconceived notion that comes with rappers these days or artists these days. But that's the hardest part. In terms of production, it's that mistakes will happen. It's that you can't contribute to everybody being on time. You can't contribute to everything going your way. It's about making it work, you know what I'm saying? And the ability to make it work will take you far these days.
It's funny. We like to say over it, also known as no emotion, just motion. That's kind of like our thing. And they got, Adversity Kings is their thing. And that's how, for us, when we look at it, it's like we can be here doing things that other people don't have an opportunity to do.
Absolutely.
And for me to be with you today, it's like a lot of kids would wish to be in this spot, to be here right here with Demetri. So we appreciate your time, man.
A phrase I live by, that I go by, is how you do anything is how you do everything.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? So how I make music is the same way I speak to people is the same way I do the production. I give it all 110, you know what I'm saying? And it's working.
No, that's awesome. 110%. That's like my motto when I was playing ball. 110, 110.
110.
So, and would you say what's your favorite part of the industry? You know, we talk about the bad things, but what's your favorite part?
It's the avenues you can open, the doors you can open, the people you meet. Like, brands is sending me clothes nowadays, you know, hats, hoodies, to wear it in videos and things like that. So it's sponsorship opportunities, it's connections, it's genuine people talent you see. Like, it's music helps you realize. It's been the avenue for me to see how big the world is. Yeah, like, I wouldn't be here with you now if it wasn't because of music. So,
100%.
you know what I'm saying? It's a blessing.
Yeah, 100%. I would say on that is like music and the industries that you're in open up the opportunities that you want to gain in life. So like you want to do something that you love, obviously, but you have to, you know, take the step back to say, I'm gonna look at the outcome as far and not the income first.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I think that's an amazing story, and everything that you're putting together right now as far as the production, as far as the marketing side, you know, that's a big thing. We see you all over TikTok right now. Everybody's loving the big things that you've been doing.
Absolutely.
So what would you say one thing your fans that they don't know about you that they should know about you?
One thing you guys don't know that you should know, I'm a rapper, right? But 9 times out of 10, you catch me driving through traffic, I'm not listening to rap music. I love rap music. Cole is my favorite artist. He's tattooed on my arm. Wow. Back in 2014, I did that. So he was cemented as the GOAT for me in 2014. But I'm rarely listening to rap these days.
What would you say your favorite Cole song is?
My favorite Cole song, that's a good one. I'm going to have to go with anything off Truly Yours 1. Okay. Or if I had to pick one song, it's a real classic. It's called Get Up. And he say, mama, your son gonna find his way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's basically the theme of that. So, you know, shout out Cole if you ever check this out.
Shout out Cole. You know, I don't know if you heard the song, but it's called Sideline Watching. And absolutely. Man, that song for me, it changed my life. My sister was a big Cole fan. But besides that, you know, let's get right back into it. So for you, you know, I feel like the big thing for you is, you know, finding that publicity that you want, right? And I might be wrong there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
no, you're right.
The big thing in Chicago is, how do you think you find those avenues in Chicago? Because I feel like a lot of people say, oh, it's hard to get out of Chicago.
Yeah, no, I disagree with the statement. Like, when I hear people say, oh, I'm going to move to LA or I'm going to move, to me, you can make it anywhere if you try hard enough. You know what I'm saying? Because social media takes you across the world. Like, I got people messaging me from London and Berlin and Germany and all of these places, you know what I'm saying, just reaching out to support. So I think Chicago has a great base, has a great starting point. Of course, you have to travel to get bigger. But my thing about it is, for me, I think the most crucial part in that whole thing is knowing what's the wrong and right avenue. It's being able to see down the block and say, when I get down there, that may not feel, you can't let everybody in. And I think being very selective with your work and what you do and your craft, I think it'll take you very far. You gotta treasure it, like hold it close to you. And those who you allow in only allow genuine relationships. Money will come.
Exactly. Well, we appreciate your time. It's been also known as TV. The last thing I'll ask today is, what do you think they're going to rate the fit today, y'all? We see what's going on. You know, it's our big question. So
this was real casual. You know, it's like a Wednesday afternoon type. Yeah. But y'all should give it about a 9.8. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Nothing crazy, 9.8, but. I appreciate it, man. It's a blessing.
Yeah, it's a blessing, man. Thanks for coming out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, love. No. Appreciate it. Also, the drama.
I don't give a fuck about nothing else. Let's go.